Last week on the Texas Team Trail presented by Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's, we launched day one of the 2021 championship from Lake Whitney. A clear, rocky, deep-water lake on the Brazos River. Whitney has been fishing tough.
There we go.
But when you bring in 88 of the best bass teams in the country, well, someone's bound to figure things out. Checking in at the top, it was the local team of Albrecht and Johnson wrapping up the day in third with 1956. Russell Lee and Garrett Whitley locked up second with 2033. And Brett Stafford and Shane Moore are sitting on top with 5 for 2105.
Oh man, this is some of the best anglers in the state. To be in the lead's quite humbling. We just got really lucky today and we had a blessed day.
The Lucas Oil and Marine Team of the Year is still in limbo. Lance Robelia and Cody Pratka were points leaders, but they faltered, finishing 27th. While defending Team of the Year Brian Shook and Danny Isles finished 14th with 1341, giving them the unofficial lead going into the final day. Welcome to Lake Whitney. It's championship time, right here on the Texas Team Trail, presented by Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's. Welcome to launch from Loafers Park, where after a tough day one, teams are looking to make up lost ground.
Looking for the big bite. Never got a kicker fish yesterday. Sitting in the middle of the pack. Going to change up a few tactics today. Have to slow down a little bit, I believe.
What's your biggest challenge for today?
Trying to find stuff out of this wind that we're going to have. We do have some spots that are protected, but we're boat 23, so we're probably towards the end of it. There's probably going to be boats on a lot of the spots we're going to be looking for, but we just got to find the right water and hopefully get some fish in there.
Get in there first and knock them out as quick as you can and then move on to the next spot.
How you target them?
Shallow.
We're gonna go work in the wind with some rattle traps, square bills. We're just gonna crank and grind basically all day long.
Checking the Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's forecast. We'll have highs in the mid-80s, but the big story is the wind. We'll see a steady 20 with gusts to 25 by late morning. Checking the top 10 leaderboard, Brett Stafford and Shane Moore have the advantage, and that's where we'll pick up day 2 coverage.
It's so hard to win these multi-day events because you got to fish clean 2 days in a row, and you screw up, one time against this crew of guys, they're going to come get you. So if we can go out and fish clean today, I like our chances, but we'll see what happens.
Getting out on the water, Stafford and Moore are offshore fishing deep structure. With the wind expected to pick up, this is a position they may have trouble holding later in the day.
Man, this
kind of antsy.
This spot on practice pulled up here. I'm not quite sure what's down there. It almost looks like an old pier and beam foundation or something that's on the 360. It's square and got a bunch of little squares in it, like an old foundation, but there's a tree laying right off the break, right next to it. And there's some fish down there, but these deep fish have been real finicky with this weather. We had bluebird and no wind and in practice, and they were really set up on this more offshore structure. And
there's a bite.
It's just it spreads them out a little more on this stuff. They don't get set up on it when it's like this. We sure need that sun to pop out here in a little bit.
We're just getting started with championship coverage. We'll check back with our leaders in a bit. And later in the show, we'll check out the schedule for 2022. We're on Lake Whitney for the final day of the 2021 season. This is the championship, and there's a lot on the line. Teams are fishing for a total purse worth more than $120,000, including a Ranger Mercury package for first and second place. There's also a bunch of money available in our contingency program. We'll talk more about that later, but for now, check out TexasTeamTrail.com for details. All right, getting back to tournament coverage, we'll introduce you to Russell Lee and Garrett Whitley. They launched this morning in second after weighing a day 1 limit for 2033.
It's a grind. It's definitely not easy. You just got to put your head down and fish, and hopefully you get some good bites. Yesterday we were fortunate to get 3 good bites and capitalize on them. Just fish clean, and these guys ain't gonna let up, so we can't let up either.
Fishing fast along deep flooded cover, Russell gets the first hook set.
Got him. That's keeper. Drag still wasn't set.
That's 1 in the boat for Russell and Garrett.
Come here.
Talking with anglers, these early fish are a bonus, as most teams are reporting that the majority of the bites came later in the day after the sun got high and fish tightened up to cover.
Kind of like yesterday, it's just a grind. You just run a bunch of spots and hopefully you run into them and just pick one here and there. Yesterday afternoon, about 1 o'clock till 3, we caught 3-4 keepers. So, I mean, we got plenty of time. We're trying to stay out deep because we know that's where the big ones are, but we go up shallow every now and then just to see if we can make something happen.
Checking back with Day 1 leaders Brett Stafford and Shane Moore. They've had a couple of short strikes this morning, but Brett finally gets a hook in one, and Shane goes for the net.
It broke the ice anyway.
Yeah.
It's a good
With 1 in the live well, Shane sets the hook on another. He gets a good fight, but with less than satisfactory results.
It's a big one.
There you go.
Yellow cat.
Old flathead.
You got any grease?
Let's see.
Yeah. That gummit.
Oh, I can't even get a hold of this slick sucker. Go ahead and get slimed.
Back on Russell Lee and Garrett Whitley. Launching in second place, they're off to a slow start, but the morning is going as expected.
It's 10 o'clock. We got one. Man, we just need a couple big bites. You know, you get a couple nice solid fish and we're right back in it. We're still sitting fine. We got plenty of time. 1 bite per hour is all we need. Just keep running these piles and we'll run into them eventually. I mean, we may poke in on the bank here every now and then just to maybe see if we can catch a little one or two. But we're gonna stay out here and see if we catch these big ones.
Moving on, fishing from a Triton. This is Eric and Zane Washburn.
I don't know.
They launched this morning in
Keeper.
5th after sacking up 5 for 16.78 on day 1.
Thing. There we go.
Running a series of brush piles. They've already put 4 in the live well, and this one should
Ain't
fill
very
out their
big, but
limit.
it's a keeper, I believe. Got a mess here. That's all right. Just go ahead and get that fish. I'll take it. Make sure it's a keeper. 15 incher? 15 inches. You got us a limit anyway. Got some babies in there. We've been just hitting brush piles. We got about 8 or 10 brush piles. We're just trying to rotate on them every hour or two, hoping for another big bite. We got one big one in the live well, and we need a couple more.
With a limit early, the Washburns are looking to climb their way up in the money. Speaking of money, we've got $120,000 on the line, including 2 Ranger boats. To learn more about the Texas Team Trail, look us up at texasteamtrail.com or check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Welcome back to Lake Whitney, a 23,000-acre reservoir on the Brazos River. A rocky, deep reservoir, Whitney is typically clear on the main lake, but as with everything else in 2021, things are just not normal.
Well, traditionally, Whitney is a more clear water lake up here on the main body, but it's not as clear as it normally has been in the past this time of year. We hadn't had any rainfall to muddy it up. I think the lake is turning over, or has turned over, so it's a little stained up. so that may help, but it may make it a little harder for these guys up on the main lake too.
It's probably the most diverse fishery, excluding a grass lake. There's tons of different types of rock. There's all kinds of water clarity. Whatever you want to find, you can find here. Just a matter of going to find it.
Getting back to championship coverage. Nearing midday, we'll check in on the local team of Mike Johnson and Byron Albrecht. Launching this morning in third, 1.5 pounds behind the leaders. They've got 5 and are closing in on their day 1 weight.
Right now it's been pretty good. We've got 5 in the boat, 2 pretty good fish. One we think she's over 7, and we got 3 little squeakers. We've been mixing it up between fishing some standing timber and just throwing spinnerbait down on over lay downs and rock banks. I think we're pushing a little better than 17 right now.
Who's been catching them?
I've had a pretty good day. I've got the 2 big ones today. He had the 2 big ones yesterday. He's got the other 3, so it's been it's definitely been a team effort today.
Back on Eric and Zane Washburn. With an eye on their electronics, they're running brush piles with good success. They put 5 in the boat, and there's still plenty of time left on the clock. Zane has the hook set, and if it keeps, then he could be culling.
Good job. That'll help.
Checking the Triton boat replay. Zane gets everything into that one, and Dad reaches for the net.
Felt good. Got a little upgrade. The biggest. 3/4 pound. Up. Let's come here next call then.
Back on Mike Johnson and Byron Albrecht.
There we go.
I'm hurrying, Mike. He ain't that big,
He
but
ain't
he'll
that
cold.
big. He was wrapped
Big
around
in
that
my-
tree.
Big in my butt.
Did you see the
buddy.
bull he left?
Yeah. A good little brush pile.
Thought he was a lot bigger than that.
Hey, that'll help.
With a limit in the boat, this fish will cull. Unofficially at least, Johnson and Albrecht are moving up the leaderboard.
Is that the one you caught off the trees going? Right?
What's that?
The one that you caught off the tree a while ago, is that the one that fixed the kick out?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'm fixing to double check it. Just to make sure. But I'm pretty sure that's the one going away. Yeah, by a long shot. That was a good 1/2 pound right there.
That should put us 18, you think? Maybe a little more. One more.
One more. He's still on the lower end of what we had yesterday, but I got that one more that we just beamed, and if we can get rid of that one, then it's even better. I mean, anything that's upgrading right now is making me feel great.
It's check-in time. Tournament competition is over, and as teams make their way to the scales, here's a look at the numbers. We've got a total purse worth more than $120,000, including a Ranger Mercury package for the top 2 spots. There's also money to be had in our sponsor contingency programs. If you're running a Ranger, Nitro, or Triton and meet qualifications, there's additional money and upgrades to be had. Same with Mercury Marine. We've also got programs with Garmin, PowerPole, TH Marine, and more. For all the details on how you can increase your payouts, check out the Contingency Programs tab at texasteamtrail.com. Okay, heading to the scales. We'll turn it over to Tournament Director Mike Hastings.
All right, we got Michael Johnson and Byron Albrecht. These guys were in 4th yesterday, in fact, 3rd yesterday, excuse me. I'm not trying to move you down the line. New leader, 2176 today, the heaviest bag of the tournament so far. 2-day total of 4132.
Claiming the lead, Johnson and Albrecht's bag was anchored by this giant, weighing 864.
New big bass leader for the tournament, 864. This is Seth Firmanek and Robert Kittner.
Seth Firmanek and Robert Kettner finished the week in the money with 5th place.
What a beautiful Lake Whitney bass that is. Eric and Zane Washburn.
Eric and Zane Washburn moved up one into fourth with a two-day total of 32-11. Stafford and Moore were up next.
Okay, Brett Stafford and Shane Moore are day one leaders. We're looking for 20-28 to take the lead. 20-28 is what we're looking for. We're not going to get there. 14-23, that's going to give you a two-day total of 35-28. Still a great tournament, man.
We worked hard today to have what we had.
Y'all gonna fish these next year?
Sure.
Yes, sir.
What are you looking forward to about next year?
Just getting out and competing against these guys. I mean, this is a top-notch tournament. I mean, this is one of the top-tier tournaments in the country for team events. I mean, you can't get any better than this.
Here comes another five
Down
bass
to the
limit.
final team. This is Russell Lee and Garrett Whitley.
These guys had 20 pounds yesterday, 20.33 to be exact. Needed 21 to take the lead, 15.76 today. Two-day total of 36.09.
Russell and Garrett gave it a good run, but no one could match Johnson and Albrecht's 41 32-pound total.
Congratulations, guys. You guys made a haul the last couple of days. Total winnings, $59,977.
Finally paid off. It was, like I told them, it's 12 years we fished together, and we started fishing big tournaments a few years ago, and we finally paid off.
The local team ran away with this one, picking up a near $60,000 prize package in the process. And for their efforts, Russell Lee and Garrett Whitley will take home a big payday of their own.
So these guys won second place overall. You also had the wherewithal to get in Angler Advantage, so you pick up second place on Angler Advantage. You also picked up an additional $500 on the Garmin Award program for running Garmin electronics on your boat. And I understand you're going to get even more as soon as we verify that Ranger bonus. So anyway, total winnings, $48,803.
We thought it would take more to get second today, and we thought we came in with 12 or 13 pounds, and it actually had 15 something. And we needed every bit of it to get second.
And finally, the Lucas Oil and Marine Team of the Year award for the 2021 season goes to Will Imhoff and Shane London.
Man, y'all made it happen. I tell you, it's one thing to prevail and win a single event, but it's a completely different story to run all over the state of Texas from north end to the south end and the east side to the west side and end up Team of the Year. That is an impressive accomplishment. All of your entry fees next year are going to be paid. Compliments of Lucas Marine, Lucas Oil. And you're going to get some really cool Super Bowl style Team of the Year rings that I know you'll enjoy.
Had no idea. We knew we were going to be fairly close, but not really in contention after we kind of had an off day yesterday, but all worked out. I mean, we fished hard all year, and we never quit. Like I say, we fished every tournament hard and got lucky at the end. Called our name to go pick up a trophy.
What's this mean for you?
Oh, it's really an accomplishment. We fished hard all year, like Shane was saying. To come in and be in the average on every tournament except for one. I think we drew a paycheck on every tournament except for one. So to us, that's we did our job. We put ourselves in contention at each event. So we're excited.
And that'll do it for another season of the Texas Team Trail presented by Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's. A big thanks to all our anglers, sponsors, and staff for another great season. We'll get it started again in 2022 on Sam Rayburn in February. For all the dates, rules, and registration, head on over to TexasTeamTrail.com.